secretly exhausting your teenager every weekend? My 14-year-old daughter started asking to sleep over at friends' houses every weekend, and I thought it was just normal teenage social stuff. But then I noticed the pattern. Every Monday morning, she'd come home looking absolutely destroyed. Dark circles so deep they looked like bruises, shoulders hunched, dragging her feet like each step hurt. When I asked about the sleepovers, she'd just mumble, "It was fun," and disappear into her room. Her math teacher emailed saying she'd had a panic attack during class when he'd casually asked about her weekend plans. Her violin teacher called to say she'd quit, just walked out mid-lesson without explanation. She'd lost 10 pounds in just over a month. Her favorite jeans hung loose on her hips. She barely touched breakfast anymore. Started missing Sunday family dinners, events she'd never missed before, not even when she had the flu. My partner thought I was losing it. "She's 14, Lisa. Girls have sleepovers. You're being paranoid." But when I was cleaning her room, I found energy drink cans stuffed behind her dresser. Dozens of them. My sweet girl who used to drink nothing but herbal tea. My mom instincts weren't just whispering anymore. They were screaming. I started watching her more carefully. She'd get texts on Friday afternoon and her whole body would change. Shoulders would tense up, face would go pale, hands would start trembling as she packed. Always the same overnight bag, but I noticed something odd. Work gloves sticking out of the side pocket. No more family game nights on Saturdays. No more baking cookies together on Sunday mornings. No more asking me to braid her hair before bed. It was like she was being pulled away from us by some invisible force. One day I was passing her room when I heard her on the phone. Her voice was different, scared, desperate almost. I know. I'll be there." Her voice cracked. "I can't do this every weekend anymore. Please." A pause. "No, I understand. I promised. I won't tell anyone." Then I heard her crying. Real gut-wrenching sobs that made my chest tighten. The next morning at breakfast, I asked casually, "Which friend's house are you going to tonight, honey?" Her spoon clattered into her cereal bowl. Her eyes darted to her phone like it might save her. Just Marlene's." Her mom already said yes, but I'd called Marlene's mom last week. Nanda. Marlene had been at her dad's house in another state for the past month. That's when I really started noticing her phone behavior. When a specific notification sound played, just 2 quick beeps, her entire body would go rigid. Then she'd immediately delete whatever she'd seen. Something was very, very wrong with my daughter. I waited until she left for her sleepover that Saturday night. Then I did something I'd sworn I'd never do. I followed her. She didn't walk like a teenager heading to a fun sleepover. She walked like someone heading to their execution, taking a weird, winding route through the neighborhood, doubling back twice, constantly checking over her shoulder. At one point, she stopped completely, stood under a streetlight, and I watched her take deep, shuddering breaths, like she was preparing for battle. She pulled out her phone and typed something. Even from my car, I could see her hands shaking as she hit send. The response must have been immediate because her shoulders slumped in defeat. Then she kept walking. What I discovered made my stomach drop to the floor. She didn't go to Marlene's house. She went 6 blocks over to a house I knew all too well. I watched her climb the front steps like they were a mountain. She paused at the door, hand hovering over the doorbell for a full minute before finally pressing it. Someone had been making my child dread her weekends for months. I waited about 10 minutes, trying to figure out the right thing to say to the wicked woman stealing my daughter. When I rang the bell, the door swung open to reveal a voice I recognized immediately. "Oh, hello, dear." It was my ex-husband's mother, wearing a flower-covered apron. "We weren't expecting you. Kaylee's just helping me with some projects. Such a devoted granddaughter, comes every single weekend without fail." I pushed past her into the house. The smell of dust and old cardboard hit me immediately. "Mom?" Kaylee appeared at the top of the stairs, work gloves on her hands, cobwebs in her hair, surrounded by towers of boxes. She looked exhausted, defeated. "Well, someone needs to take care of their dear grandmother," my former mother-in-law said. "You've been using her as free labor," I said, seeing the bruises on my daughter's hands from hauling boxes. "I've been teaching her the importance of family loyalty," she snapped back. "Something you clearly never learned." I looked at my daughter and saw the relief flooding her face as she realized I'd finally found her. My ex-mother-in-law threatened her, saying if she left, then she wouldn't help her gain popularity anymore. We left that night and never went back. I had our lawyer send a cease and desist letter the next day. Within 2 weeks, my daughter was sleeping in on Saturdays. Her hands were healed, and she was back to being the happy kid I remembered.